Hi friends, happy Friday. Welcome back to my channel. Sally Heartsjack 80 here. How are my lovey subbies doing on this fabulous Friday? It is Friday. It's finally here, the weekend. And on today's show, it's time for me to answer all of your questions. Thank you guys so much for all your wonderful, fabulous questions. I have a lot to answer, so I'm going to split this show up into two. Today's going to be part one. Saturday's shout out show is going to be part two. And it's going to be a ton of fun. So let me get started. I got my iPad right here with all the questions jotted down, and I'm going to go through them. Hopefully your question gets answered. I hope it does. So let's get into this, guys. So question number one is, what is my favorite color and who is my favorite DC superhero girl doll? My favorite colors are black because it goes with everything and it's fabulous. Pink because it looks really good on my skin tone, and I don't wear it enough. I should, though. And my favorite DC superhero girl doll would have to be Harley Quinn, followed up by Batgirl. Number two, do I ever get overwhelmed by my doll collection? I'm going to answer this one really honestly, and I gotta say, yes, I do. It's really rare, and it happens very rarely that I get overwhelmed by it, but I usually don't, because I love my collection, I love my girls, and it's really, really nice to come in my doll room and get a break from the outside world, because sometimes it's cuckoo crazy. Question number three is, have you collected any of the great fashions of the 20th century Barbies? Yes, I have. I have 50s, 60s, and 70s. And I love them. I think I put some of them on the show. If not, I will be sure to do that. But I love those dolls. That whole line is really, really awesome. But 50s, 60s, and 70s are my absolutely favorite. So what is my Holy Grail doll? My Holy Grail doll right at the moment is going to be Mattel's Twiggy doll from back in the 60s, back when Twiggy was ginormous. I love that doll, and it's totally my Grail doll at the moment. So 5, what makes you so positive and optimistic? Well, I'll tell you the things that make me positive and optimistic is that, I gotta say it's because all of us were created by a wonderful, wonderful, fabulous Heavenly God, and He's given us so many blessings, in this life that we have, this gift we're given. And I also love the idea that we're given tomorrow. Today could be really, really crummy, but you could fall asleep, wake up tomorrow, and you have the ability to change. If you had a bad day before, you could wake up tomorrow and make it a better day, make you a better person. So I think those two things are what keeps me optimistic and positive. I don't know, I just love the idea of that I was created very specially, and so were all of you, and that we have the gift of tomorrow. What is my favorite doll of all time? My favorite doll of all time, this is a good question, I love it, but it is Barbie, if you haven't already guessed. Have you seen any Number 7 is, have you seen any Barbie movies or her vlogs on YouTube? I am totally bad. I do not watch her vlogs on YouTube, but I have seen some of her movies, and my favorite one is Barbie as Rapunzel. That's my absolute favorite one. Number 8, how long have I been collecting dolls? My whole life, practically. I like to say all the way back to when I got my first Barbie doll, which was in 1985, when I was 5 years old. So I will say all the way back then. Number 9, when you were a little boy, what did you want to be when you grew up? This is hilarious. And I totally, totally laugh at it. And I love when people ask me this question and I tell them and we all laugh together. I think it was because I loved Barbie and I wasn't a kind of boy who was into G.I. Joe and cops and robbers and all that crazy stuff, which is totally fine. But I wanted to be a fashion model just like Barbie when I grew up. That didn't happen, and I'm glad it didn't, because my goals totally changed from when I was really little to now. Number 10, what was my favorite movie as a kid, excluding Disney? My favorite movie as a kid was The Goonies. Totally, I love that movie. 11. Which Disney Parks doll is my favorite? This question is a good question. I love this one as well. Which Disney Parks doll is my favorite, and what Disney character do I want to see as a Disney Parks doll? My Disney Parks doll favorite is going to be Ariel in her wedding dress. It's super, super amazing. If you ever get the opportunity to own Ariel in her wedding dress, get the Disney Parks one. It's really, really awesome. But my ultimate favorite, it's kind of strange that it's not really Ariel, it's Tiana. She is a fabulous Disney Parks doll, and they did such a wonderful job on her. Who do I want to see as a Disney Parks doll? I'm going to say I want to see Alice from Alice in Wonderland. I love Alice. She's adorable. And I would love to see some Disney princess dolls make it as Disney Park dolls. What kind of restaurants do you and your family eat at? That's question 12. We eat everywhere. The only places we don't eat McDonald's, we don't eat at Applebee's, and we don't eat at, we mostly do sit-down restaurants. I don't know. We like a lot of everything, but we don't do McDonald's or Applebee's ever. Sorry, guys. 13. Do you find your doll collection to be a lot of work to take care of? Yes. Although I enjoy it, the biggest thing about being a doll collector, for me, it might not be your thing, but for me, it is the dusting. You got to keep these girls in tip-top shape because it is so crazy. So it would be, yes, the dusting it's a lot of work. If I had to whittle down my collection, here's question 14. If I had to whittle down my collection to just one or two types of dolls, which dolls would you choose? This question is good too, and I don't want to do it, but I will say the two types of dolls that I would keep are my Barbie dolls from when I was younger, my Barbie collection, and my Disney doll collection. Those would be the ones I would keep. Oh my goodness. Rainbow Bright just looked at me and she's like, you savage. Sorry, Rainbow Bright girl, you know I love you, but that was the question. 15. Do you have dolls throughout your whole house? No, I do not. Dolls are only in the doll room. I only want them in here. I just like it that way. It kind of makes it more special. I don't know. I'm cuckoo like that. 16. If you could travel to any place on this planet to do a photo shoot with your dolls, where would it be? The first place I would pick would be France. I love France. I would want to do a doll shoot at Versailles. That would be amazing. Absolutely love it. And if I couldn't go there, I'd want to go to Japan because it's beautiful and fabulous there too. 17. How old are you? I am 37 years young. Yeah. 18. Favorite dolls of this year. I gotta say my favorite dolls of this year would have to be the Fresh dolls. They've been the, really great group of dolls that am in love with. I love everything about them. The Fresh dolls would have to be it for me. And I also love, the Spirit dolls from the cartoon that comes on Netflix. Really, really good show, and I'm really, really loving those dolls. And then I would have to say the Mulan doll that came out at the Disney store. But other than that, nothing really, I don't know. Those three things are what I'm really loving from the doll world this year. My favorite drag queen, hello, is going to be RuPaul. And before RuPaul, my favorite drag queen is the fabulous Divine. So it is shared by Divine and RuPaul. 20. How many Lika and Jenny dolls do I have? Well, I have a ton of Jenny dolls because I've always loved her and I collected her first. And over the past few years, I've become a fan of Lika, and I have 3 Lika dolls. I wish they were more available here, but they are not, so it takes me a while to get them. But yeah, I've never really counted the Jennies, but I do know I have 3 Likas. 21. Do you own any Blythe dolls? I do not have any Blythe dolls. I have 1 Blythe doll, and it's a mini doll. I don't know, Blythe is cute, but to me she's kind of too expensive for what you get. But I don't know. I might add a Blythe. I'm not against it because she is absolutely adorable. And I do like to see other people's Blythe collections. I just don't know if I want to drop almost $200 for a Blythe doll. But I don't know. I might surprise you guys one day. 22. Do you have any mermaid Barbies? This question, I feel so sad answering it. I do not have any mermaid Barbies. And I love The Little Mermaid and I love Barbie. So you would think that I would have some mermaid Barbies, but I don't. I want to say that I never got any because I had the Little Mermaid dolls growing up. And so that was the only mermaid that I loved. And I had her like little family dolls. But I definitely need to get a mermaid Barbie in my life. Definitely. That would be awesome. Okay, you guys, so that is the 22 questions I'm going to answer today, and tomorrow I will be back with more. If I haven't answered your question yet, do not worry. Please join me for tomorrow's show. And I hope you guys enjoyed this round of questions. I love doing Q&As. Okay, well, it's fun. It's fun, and it's a way for you guys to get to know me a little bit better, so I'm happy to do it. So thank you so much for turning in for part 1. Remember to love your family, love your friends, but most importantly, love yourself. Be kind, stay positive, and until we meet again in this fabulous getting to know me world, you guys have a magical day. Have fun out there. Have a safe Friday, and I will see you tomorrow back for more answers to your questions. Bye bye, guys. See you tomorrow.